Hey, what's up everybody? This is Justin here, and I'm here to review Initial D 5th Stage. And here's my review for Initial D 5th Stage. Taking place where the last season leaves off, Takumi on his deliveries is practicing his one-handed steering technique from his final opponent from 4th Stage. Though he is progressing, he's still trying to figure things out. At the same time, his father is giving him props for trying such a technique and acknowledges his progress. So where does this leave Project D after beating the Purple Mountain? Or the Purple Shadow, I mean? Their next conquest leads them to Kanagawa Prefecture, a prefecture south of Tokyo, and is known for having the best street racers in the nation, to the point that some of the drivers are trained and active professionals, and it's up to Ryosuke, Keisuke, and Takumi to show that there's a world of difference between the track circuits and the mountain passes. To some extent, you can say this is more or less an extension of 4th Stage, since the focus is still on Project D. Their new rivals take racing seriously and express the same passion to a more distinct extent than previous rival teams. Because of this, the races are harder with the higher level of competition and harsher course conditions. So Ryosuke always thinks of ways in which they can and will win. Even if the chances are at a small percentage, he will bank everything on that small chance. I understand that the characters from the other teams have more elaboration in the manga, like they flesh them out more and they develop them more, but the anime does enough to express how this character compares and contrasts with either Ryosuke, Keisuke, or Takumi. I just feel that they don't have enough individual exploration and seem to be only used as a comparison tool to the main characters. I guess in context to the anime, it does that kind of job, of course, as I said, but this has been somewhat of an issue in previous installments. My only exposure to the manga is through the arcade PS2 and PS3 games, and when I see what is different and how the characters are more fleshed out, it really surprises me. And outside of Keisuke, Takumi, and Ryosuke, most of the other supporting characters are back. And still, most of the development is focused on the main trio, and Ryosuke gets his own brief story arc. As for Iketani, Kenji, and Itsuki, they're still around and they do serve their roles in their own way. But I feel that their purpose is now to show how much Takumi has developed, and he's developed beyond them to some extent. But I think at some point they will get further development, but I think manga readers will tell me that I'm wrong, but hey. Some other past characters do show up, and some of these brief returning characters do serve a significant purpose, which I really thought did an excellent job for certain new characters. In addition, Takumi now has a new love interest, Mika, a high school golf star. She is a real interesting character, and I personally feel she's a better girlfriend than Natsuki. I feel she connects to Takumi more effectively because of her background, and I like her outgoing personality a lot more. I'm pretty sure the manga at this point already has, but I hope when I watch future anime installments next year, they develop their relationship more. I thought the anime does a good job of building a good foundation to that relationship, and I look forward to see how it develops. As for where it ends, I will elaborate that on the conclusion of my review, so I will finish this part with an 8.5 out of 10 for story and characters. The most significant change in the art design is Ryosuke's. His hair is more shaggy and is not as well kept as it always been in previous installments. I don't recall his hair looking like that in the manga, based on my exposure through the games during that part of the story arc. Then again, this isn't the first time they changed Ryosuke's hairstyle. In 2nd stage, his hair color was changed to light brown from black and then changed back to black in 3rd and 4th stages. I thought his previous hairstyle was pretty much fine. I guess my concern is on the basis that Ryosuke is my favorite character, but his fashion sense and his facial design and expressions are pretty much the same. And for the other characters, there are no other alterations to their respective designs. The quality is not too different from 4th stage and has brighter resolution with the colors. The races are more back to a CG feel in comparison to the more cel-shaded feel of 4th stage, and excellently does its job of bringing out the intensity and excitement of the races. As for the races are still done in a cat and mouse set of rules like in 4th stage. They do bring a sense of danger and risk to a higher level than previous installments, but I don't think it's to that level of that, let's say, One Gun Midnight or Shigeno Sensei's previous work, Bari Bari Densetsu. I suppose with a street racing manga, you want those factors, but in considerations to how well they organize and coordinate the street races, they can limit those risks, so those factors justify the lack of them. I know accidents have happened in previous installments, but I just don't really feel that danger most of the time while watching Initial D. But as I said before, they do justify that. But this time they do bring a weather and course conditions into a more specific and emphatic level in comparison to previous races, and how they can appropriately customize those cars to better prepare them as well in context to actual physics. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. The races are planned with very intricate strategies that takes every possibility into account, and I really like that about it. Even though this season this was also done in 4-stage, this quality is taken to a new level of technicalities in this season. The game plans Ryosuke comes up with is what makes Toge racing very distinctive and makes me interested in a very realistic point of view. For example, when Takumi invents his blind attack in 4th stage, this tactic is further elaborated in a physics point of view. Also, some races focus more on effective braking, and some are emphasized on carefully planned accelerating. Also, they do bring in very clever planning, which you may think is playing dirty, but considering that this is the street, anything goes. But even though I don't feel the danger, these new qualities makes it more refreshingly exciting. For that, I give the art and animation a 9 out of 10. Now on to the music and voice acting. If you've been following my reviews of Initial D, then you know I always give the music and voice acting a 10 out of 10. And I will open my part of the review with that score. The voice cast is still the same and still brings their respective qualities to the same excellent performances they've always done. Takumi is becoming nearly as articulate as Ryosuke, and Miki Shinichiro does a great job of giving us that. The new voice actors also do a great job of capturing their characters. The music, the reason why I became an Initial D fan, is still unchanged. Move still does the songs, though the hook is more heavy guitars, which perfectly reflects the more intense atmosphere of this installment. And if there's just one song that justifies my 10 out of 10 score this time, is the song Wait For You, the dance floor mix by Ace from episode 11. It is just an amazing song you just have to hear. I can listen to this song over and over. And it's that song that makes you wish you were with that special someone in your life, and it fits the mood of when the song was used. It's now probably on my top 10 Initial D songs if I were to make one. So look that song up when you can, and I promise you'll love it. And yeah, it's easily on YouTube. And now, anyway, I know they'll make the final Initial D anime next year, and I feel I have to see where the characters end up. I know I could read the manga, which recently ended, but I really enjoy watching Initial D in anime form because of the music, as ludicrous as it sounds to some people. It's just the reason why I love this anime. And I like to see what songs they use in the final stage, but I guess after I finish watching the anime, I'll get around to reading the manga myself. And until then, see you next stage, and I will leave this anime at an overall score of a 9 out of 10. And if you want to see my previous reviews of Initial D and some anime that I've taken down, unfortunately, they're now on my Veo account and my old name, ParaParaJamo, which I will give on the link description box. Alright, thanks a lot, and look forward to my next review, Ginga Seiju Sentai. Oh wait, yeah. Seiju Sentai Gingaman, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's it.